Hi and welcome to Novi Builder. In this tutorial, we're having a closer look at the modes you have in Novi Builder, which are the preview mode, the edit mode, and the design mode. In the preview mode, you can see how your website is gonna look and work after you publish it. The edit mode allows you to work in the visual editor and the content editor. Hover over an element or a section and the panel with the available options will appear. We call it the Edit tool. The set of options in Edit tool can vary, depending on the settings and configurations of the specific project. This way, different sections and different elements can have different sets of options. By default, most of the sections and elements will have the Move, Duplicate and Delete options. The options that you have available for the elements and sections can be added and removed in the source code of the template. For example, for this section, we have an option to change the background color. We can change the solid color, or we can add a gradient. Also, you have an option to add a background image. Choose the Replace option to replace the chosen section with another one. Let's replace this section with the Brands carousel. Also, in the Edit mode, you can add new sections using the blue plus icon. Once you click on it, you can choose the preset from the presets library. Let's insert the preset of the Features section. From the Edit mode, you can also go to the source code of a certain section or the element. To open the source code, right-click on the element or section and choose Source Code. It will open the source code editor and highlight the lines of code that make up a certain element or a section. You're gonna learn more about the code editor when we get to the overview of the design mode. Also, if you right-click on a certain element or section, you also have the following options: Cut, Copy, Delete, Duplicate. If you copy an element, you can later choose where to paste this element. In the Edit mode, you can also work with the inline text editor. Here you can type the text and change its style. You can choose the font and the font attributes. You can change the color. You can make the text clickable by adding a link to a URL or another page on your website. You can change the case choosing from three options: uppercase, lowercase, or capitalized. And you can also change the alignment of the text. And you can also make text go underlined, in italics, or in bold. Now let's move on to the design mode. In the design mode, Novi Builder will allow you to select the project layers. Hover over the element or a section to see it outlined in blue. You will also see the name of the layer. Click on the element to select it. If you press Ctrl on Windows or Command on Mac, you can see a number of options available for this specific element or a section. For example, you can move the element, so you can grab this button and place it above that text. Also, you have the Force Hover option. That will show how the element is gonna look in the hover state. Besides, you can also duplicate and delete the element. If you right-click on the element or a section in the design mode, you're gonna have the drop-down menu of options. They will be Select Parent, Cut, Copy, Paste, Delete, or Duplicate. The Select Parent option allows you to select the parent of the element, so you can better navigate through the hierarchy of the elements. And you can also access the source code in the design mode. But one option that you don't have in the Edit mode is Save as Preset. Using this option, you can save the elements and sections you create in your presets library. For example, if you create a custom header and you want this same header on every single page of your website, you can go ahead, create your header, and then right-click on the header and choose the Save as Preset option. There, you give a name to your preset. You choose the keyword that's gonna help you find this specific preset, and if this preset you're saving has any scripts or plugins, in other words, in it, you're gonna need to check the Deploy on Preset insertion box. And once you click Save Preset, you can go to any page in your project or create a new page. And there you can add this header that you have just saved to your presets library. In the design mode, you can also access the code editor. You can edit HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files here in the Novi Builder. Select the element or the section And in the code editor, you will jump right to the code that stands for this specific element or a section. On your right, you can show or hide the styles for the specific element. Here you can manage the style settings without going to the CSS tab. For example, change the color and the background color of this button. Here in the Styles panel, you can also manage the pseudo elements and the states of the elements. And if the auto deploy box is checked, all the changes you make here in the code editor will be applied live on your page. Also here in the bottom panel, you can manage the presets that you have in your project and the active plugins. And that's it for the overview of the preview mode, the edit mode, and the design mode in Novi Builder.